Hey guys, good afternoon. Let's make this big. Thanks for tuning in to my Zoom broadcast where I'm going to take you through some initial designs for our proposition, products and pricing self-service tool for operators and consultants in the mobile industry. Really interested in feedback. The screenshots I'm going to present today, it's a really early view of what we're delivering. I'm hoping to give you a live online demo later this week. Probably in a couple of days' time. That might be more meaningful to you when you can see me flipping through the screens, but really interested in receiving any feedback in terms of what I'm going to show you today. What do you like about it? What do you need us to do to make it better? Just out of interest, I'm in London next week, so if there's any UK-based people that actually want to see a live demo of this thing, give me a shout. And if you're not connected to me on LinkedIn, please drop me a connection request. So interestingly, before I start this, there's been some press in the UK today about how customers of virtual networks don't check social media as frequently as customers of non-virtual networks. At Waibu, we have an app that matches a user to the right mobile deal for them. We obviously profile user behavior and consumption of text, voice, and data across Wi-Fi and the radio layer in the sky. So at Waibu, we understand consumer behavior in quite intimate detail, actually, and we link that behavior to recommendations, and we have quite interesting data sets. So we don't agree with that press, by the way. We don't agree with the fact that customers of mobile virtual networks use data and check social media less than other networks. If you want to find out more about that, or if you want a cut of a data set or a demo call that's private to you, please give me a shout. What I'm demoing today is separate. It's actually not linked to, yet it will be, it's not linked to anonymized live Waibu consumer behavior. It's a price comparison tool, so you can manipulate offers and find out where your offers land in the marketplace. So let's just have a look at a couple of the screens. I'm going to share my screen here, and thankfully I won't be able to see myself anymore. Hopefully you'll be able to see my mouse moving, so I'm going to go through this very slowly. So this, firstly, UI UX. It's an outline design, and as with anything in a startup, moving to a scale-up, moving to something else, UI UX gets better all the time. I think the important thing about the flexibility of the portal is in the information and the magic, i.e. the calculations that's presented, not in the UI UX. Not that that's an excuse, we know it's important, but it's absolutely not our priority at the moment. So let's have a look at what we're actually seeing on the screen today. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Firstly, we've created 8 standard personas in this tool, and we've done that for a reason. We wanted to link a usage profile to an identity of a person just for ease of understanding. And again, if you want to understand more about the personas that we've created and why we've attributed that level of voice, text, and Wi-Fi usage to each persona, give us a shout, because there's actually quite a lot of science behind those personas. In phase 2 of the solution, we'll actually be identifying how many Waibu users match that profile. So you'll be able to see the number of people using Waibu and what profiles they fall into, which I think is incredibly interesting in the UK marketplace. Let me know if you disagree. So firstly, 8 personas on the left-hand side, and we've selected one here, who's Kai, the designer from Nottingham in the UK, and we've kind of articulated his usage profile against the main charging components in the UK. And this one's very much focused on SIM-only deals. It has actually been configured for one particular operator, and you do not need to be Hercule Poirot to work out which one that is. So what we're doing here is we're actually looking at Kai's usage profile, and we're putting it through the Waibu machine to look at the results and find out where that usage profile appears, not the right word, what that usage profile means for an operator in question with their current product catalog. And actually, if you want to think about this thing logically, it's exactly the same experience that a Waibu consumer user would get. We would monitor their behavior across those important charge groups, throw it against a product catalog, and we'd return a list of results for them. Well, actually, this is just a different view on the same thing. Instead of us analyzing behavior, we've actually just added it manually. So for this operator, you can see exactly where this operator appears in the list of results. And there's some cost sensitivity here between number 4 and number 1. And moving forward, again in phase 2, we're going to do some complex financial analysis about what it would mean to move from number 4 to number 1 and what that would mean in terms of margin across average tenure for a single customer, and factored up by optimizing Waibu as a channel, factored up across 10,000 net adds. And actually, some of that financial calculation stuff is immensely interesting. If you optimize Waibu as a distribution channel, because it's high quality and it has low connection, low SAC costs, you can quickly understand what it does for financial performance across 1,000 net adds, never mind 10,000, and you can see how cost effective it is to use Waibu. So this portal, if you have access to it, you can see personas, run the machine, see where you appear in the list of results. And do you know what? We may even provide that free. We're actually thinking about doing a public version of it on the public internet from waibu.co.uk. So it would actually make sense for us to give it free with limited functionality to our current operator partners. If you're a UK operator and you're not in the product catalogue, you must be absolutely bonkers. I would recommend you drop me a LinkedIn note pretty rapidly. Moving on to the second page, what we're actually doing here is some filtering for the operator in question. The filtering really relates to, let's get rid of everybody else's offers and let's have a look at what we currently have in terms of pricing and proposition that matches this persona the most closely. And again, you know, this stuff is used for sensitivity analysis. And when we look at phase 2 of the portal, not only will you be able to, with premium access, be able to manipulate your own offers to see what happens when you run the machine again, but you'll be able to manipulate competitor offers for sensitivity and pricing analysis to see what happens if your competitor brings out a product or a deal that's slightly different to yours. The interesting thing about the ranking of offers is that as per the consumer value proposition, if you want to expand on those, you can see the charges for in-bundle and out-of-bundle. And we all know in the telco industry, we all love the telco industry, the best offer for that consumer may include out-of-bundle charges. And again, that's the magic and the power and the beauty of Waibu and its very, very complex machinery. We calculate out-of-bundle charges on every single deal. So we really are recommending to the consumer what's great and best for them. Finally, before I end this Zoom broadcast, Waibu is moving towards service quality, signal strength, and price. We're moving over the summer to recommending products that suit the consumer across price and quality. And we're moving to a situation where we may recommend a deal at number 1 that's £1 more expensive than number 2, but the service strength, signal strength in that customer's area where they work, where they live, and where they hang out is best for them. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to post the link. I hope the sound was okay and I hope it made sense. If you've got any questions, you can get me on LinkedIn, you can find me on Facebook, or you can email me at mg@waibu.co.uk. Looking forward to hearing from you. Please make sure you tell us what you'd like to see and please tune in for the live demo at the end of this week. Thank you.